Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Positive Impact. And today we have with us a very well-known social entrepreneur with us, Mr. Hasanka Padukka. So he has co-founded two very impactful initiatives already. One is Turu, which we all know, and the other thing is Zero Trash. So I think Hasanka will have to come back to talk about Zero Trash as well because that's also a very interesting concept. Welcome to the show, Hasanka.
Hi, hi, Kavishan. It's really encouraging to share our knowledge within your platform.
Thank you very much. So I got in touch with you and your co-founder because I came across this very interesting concept of Miyawaki. So so just for the benefit of the audience, can you tell us what this Miyawaki is, how you got to know about it, and why you thought you will practice it in Sri Lanka?
Right. So, Kavishan, in terms of Miyawaki, so we'll start with the founder. So he's a Japanese botanist, a person called Akira Miyawaki. That's why the term comes as Miyawaki. This process, this method will really help people to build a dense green cover which can grow native species. Uh, it's like this method will support to shorten the time period. For an example, 20 years, if a forest needs to be grown 20 years to get mature or 30 years to mature, this will really support to get it matured less than 10 years. That's the whole concept is all about.
Great. And how did you come across this concept? You read about it or someone told you about this?
Actually, Turu really wanted to use technology in terms of accelerate reforestation. Since 2016, we were planting trees and trying to build a mini ecosystem for like-minded people to grow a lot of trees, right, and conserve the existing forest cover. So Heminder and myself, we had a chat about why can't we use this sort of method in Sri Lanka? So we studied it and then we put it into action.
Great. That's actually true because I also read an article like a map of Sri Lanka where how they've visually expressed the forest cover in Sri Lanka, how it has depreciated so much. And for us to come up with a recover, it will take a long time, and these kind of concepts will take us through, hopefully. And I heard that you all have done a pilot project already. So can you just give us a brief on that as well, and your partners with the pilot project?
Yes, I must thank Dr. Vinya Ariratna, chairman of Sarodaya movement. We did a pilot project with Sarodaya back in 2021 April 16 at Sarodaya Bandaragama Sarodaya Higher Education Learning Center. It was a less than 2 perch plot. We managed to plant 44 species there, and then after 1.5 years, it has grown a lot. It's good that we have handful experience in terms of through this pilot project.
And just to give us a brief, how we all do this, in a very very limited space, you all do all these, you said 44 species, is it? Just to give us a brief, what are the stages of a Miyawaki forest?
Okay, so if I give some light on what the method is like we will plant trees very with a distance of 1.5 foot to 2 feet, and then there are a couple of steps to be followed. First one is to identify the existing soil texture and then try to add quality biomass and loosen the soil to give nutrients to the new species, and then and also also loosen to grow the roots very quickly. And then for that we will add water retainers to fertilizer, and then different sort of materials like partly burnt paddy husk, coir dust, manure, cow manure to chicken manure or goat manure, compost, and then also add some mulch. That means to protect the soil from like uh, like erosion. And then we need to carefully look into species. What are the species we are going to plant there? For an example, if you get the existing canopy or the surrounding species, we will put at least 40 to 50% of species from the existing ecosystem, and then we will carefully get the native other species. And for an example, in terms of forest, there are different sort of layers: emergent layer, canopy layer, understory, forest floor. So based on that character of the particular tree itself, we will place trees and they compete for light and fertilizer. That's how we do it. So we design the forest and then we do planting, and then in terms of maintenance, so we need to think on how the water source comes in and then how the weedicide goes on. We do not apply pesticides because we let that ecosystem grow slowly, and then there will be a bit of I would say casualty, 5 to 6% or less than 10% casualty, but probably by 3 years of time we will get a nice solid canopy visible in the particular location. So that's how it works. So it will have the capacity to grow faster than expected when compared to the natural forest growth.
Great. We would love to see the pilot project at Bandaragama as well. So we will catch up on that, so we can get some footage on that as well. And Hasanka, so you all have started this now. You all know the good, bad, and the ugly with the concept as well. What can be the hurdles to come over, and how to make it a successful project and to scale up, actually, because being a social entrepreneur, you must be knowing it better. So what kind of a support that you need from the public or the private organizations to carry this project forward? Because I think this is a timely need when you talk about the smog and the air pollution which we experienced a few weeks back, and the deforestation which is happening on a global basis, and the need for reforestation, and the limitation of spaces. So to take this forward and to scale up, what kind of a support that you need from the public?
So Kavishan, in terms of concept, I think we haven't done much. Just a one pilot project, and now we are catering for a client for a 5-acre plot. So that's the pretty much update. But I think the message is, first one is to be aware on what's happening, and then try to absorb the good thing out of this concept and try to localize and do your bit. I would say that would be the message, because in climate change and climate crisis and climate reality, pretty much not a new thing or a surprise for us. We are walking towards a suicide pathway. At least I would say in terms of a mitigation and strategy, planting trees will contribute a lot in terms of green, in many ways in terms of climate change. For an example, let's forget about climate change. At least if you have a green patch, if certain species, butterflies to different birds and different animals who lives in this urban area would have a nice place to at least to create their habitats. So the land fragmentation is very high, and urbanization is very high. So we are losing whatever the green cover within the city itself. If you're adapting these sort of a concept, I would say irrespective of an organization, irrespective of an individual, if you can do this, I would feel that could be the need of the hour. So probably that's my message. So this was a proven message in different contexts, localizing and absorbing good things out of the concept, whole concept is what we really want to do. It's a proven thing. You don't want to have doubts on that. We have did it. We have done it. So there are a lot of materials available. Even we have done a video also. Anyone can look into these things.
And so I'll put the link of that video as well with my video, so people can access it.
What we really want is people to take leadership and then do their bit. That's about it.
Great. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that invitation at large. So it's up to you now to get up and get over with this trend. And if there are any like-minded individuals or organizations, please get in touch with Turu as well, because they have the expertise to do this. So get in touch with you, and as I said, take up the trend and do your own Miyawaki if possible. So it's a timely need of the country and the world as well. So thank you, Hasanka. Thank you very much for being with us today. I'll definitely would love to see the pilot project as well, but what has changed with time and the progress of it. I'll put that link of the video as well for the public to see. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Kavishan, for in terms of inviting me for this impactful session. I would say those who watch this video might have an idea on Miyawaki, and at least try to see and try to apply it within whatever based on their capacities and commitment. And I would love to congratulate for you for doing this sort of programs to spread goodness in terms of impactfulness.
Thank you very much. Okay, see you. Bye.
Yes.